Hopefully you all can hear me because I'm losing my mind. So I wasn't gonna make a video, but by God, I have to. This is, this gameplay should be, it's so bad it should be illegal, on God. So, let's, let's, let's get in here. I got everything on 1.5x speed. I'll probably slow it down once we get into the game. So, let's start with the first statement, okay? The first, God damn, I am not I am losing my mind. I'm molding so hard. Why? What's so bad about this? Okay, we'll start with the first, right? Let's go look at the drafts. So we've got a Gragas tank bot lane or top, and then we've got Camille jungle, a Lux mid, a Lucian ADC, Karma support. Then we've got the Nautilus support, the Ziggs bot, the Garen mid, the Kha'Zix jungle, and the Riven. So EVOs' comp, it's a normal comp. You've got your two standard tanks, you got your bruiser, and then two damage dealers. Like most comps usually will have like a tank, some amount of bruisers. Like you can have like two characters that are more tanky, or like maybe a character that's tanky, and then you got like three bruisers, like your Riven, Camille, Fiora. Like you got your Riven top, Camille jungle, Fiora mid, and then you've got your Ziggs bot lane for a lot of AP damage. Now, so this makes sense. What is this shit then? So, you've got, first of all, you've got three squishies, right? And even to that extent, Camille isn't a squishy, but she's not a great tank, right? She's really on the more damage side of a bruiser. And Gragas can do a lot of stuff when he's built full tank, but then you lose all your wave clear. And so you're in this weird scenario where you're like, well, we'd have to put either one of these three in the side lane or Gragas in the side lane, and he'd have to build damage. So you have no good tank, right? Because if Noma builds damage, then he's gonna have to go mid lane. You're gonna have to put the Lucian in the side lane, the Lux in the side lane, and then have the Gragas and Camille roaming to try to make plays. Basically, RY have boned themselves in draft, especially because of this Lux mid. So what you want to do here is you want to put the Lucian mid, and then grab like a Nasus support, and have the Nasus build the Fimbulwinter full tank. This is going to come up later, because Gragas will build Fimbulwinter. Next, runes. Flea Footwork, and Grasp, normal runes. Electrocute, Kraken Slayer, normal runes. Uh, Fleet Footwork. Now, what's I'm a believer in Fleet Footwork, or Phase Rush. I don't know what I'm saying. Phase Rush. What's the issue with Phase Rush on Karma? Well, to get the Phase Rush proc, you need to do either 3 abilities or 3 autos, and it doesn't count DOT ticks as far as I'm aware, right? So if you throw down a Morgana pool, I believe that is just 1 tick. Same with the Karma chains. It's 1 tick. It doesn't count as multiple procs for Phase Rush. Not to mention the cooldown is long enough that like we'll get 1 rotation of your abilities off. So the problem with Karma, right, is you don't need to refresh your abilities, because if you're going your Q, the splash damage, that's gonna be your first ability. You're gonna go Q, then you're gonna ult, then you're gonna use your Q again, and then you're gonna lock down. But basically, that's sort of like how you throw the abilities in there, like your shield and your tether is up to you. But generally, the pattern would be uh, the Q, the poke, then you shield somebody, and then you use the tether, then you ult, and then you're going to poke with your Q again to get a lot of damage in. Um, so you're not going to need procs of Phase Rush, because when the Phase Rush is proccing, it's just giving you another empowered ability that you can already get off of your ultimate anyways, right? Because what you can do instead of doing what I suggested earlier, which is the standard pattern, is you can go QWE, go cooldown speed reduction, Q again, and then use your ult. So you get 2 procs, and then after your ult, you can use your empowered shield or your tether again. Basically, the phase rush here is a win more rune. It's not going to be changing anything. Pretty standard summoner spell choices. Sprint on Lux is interesting. You'd probably rather have that on Lucian and have the Ignite on Lux. So what goes wrong with this game? Okay, well we'll start off with first. So it's a 2v2 top lane. RY have swapped their top lane, and this is going to be important. And so what this is generally supposed to do, it's the reason that a lot of Sennas will go top lane in WRL, is that it's allowing you to get onto the tower and get hits onto tower, which is getting you the extra gold, so that you can like get your carries ahead and get a nice farm. That said, EVOs has countered this. All they need to do is have the Nautilus stay top lane. I repeat, all they need to do is have the Nautilus stay top lane, and the wave clear will be even. So there is no advantage gained from RY by doing this strategy, and instead you should be able to make pressure with the Ziggs because his range should be able to poke out the Gragas, who can't get off grasp procs as easily. You don't need to have your support recall at level 1. Why is the support recalling at level 1? So, I don't know if he meant to stick that or not, but yeah, he shouldn't have even been recalling in the first place. The fact that he recalls again signifies to me that he's actually trying to recall, which is just a stupid ass move, because it means you're going to get no level 1 wave XP. The other thing, right? Camille can just walk into the jungle for free. This should never happen. This is literally the cardinal sin. You just let the enemy into your jungle for free. That is the cardinal sin. Your jungle, the river, should be a territory split. I say should, because obviously it's not. But it should be a territory split. You shouldn't be able to let your enemy run into your jungle. That should be entirely illegal. And so you just let Doe walk into your jungle and steal camps. Because he hits the smite. Because he goes on cooldown. And then you're just going to walk out. And now Kha'Zix is actually just rolled. Because he's not going to get level 2 in time to clear. Again, this is a big issue with new jungle, so you don't get level 2 off of one camp. The small camps. So he's never going to get level 2 anyways. And he's not going to get level 2 until like at least all the way after he clears red. Because usually you can get level 2 in the middle of it. But now you're not getting it at all. Also, what the fuck is this from Lloyd? So, Lloyd is just going to come here. He's going to see that his top laner is losing the 2v1. And he's just going to kind of wander off. Like, where is he going? Why are you wandering around here? Why are you not controlling space? Because you know that Doe went that way, right? You know that he went this way. So he can either go back or all the way around, right? He doesn't have more than one option without expending flash. So if you control this space right here and this bush instead of wandering around this way and getting no information, like there is nothing gained off of this play. He can see nothing. If he went this way, he'll know that Doe's going this way. And they don't have the amount of speed to collapse on him, especially when he still has flash up. Like you can just flash over the wall and you'll be a lot safer. Like this play does nothing, right? Because by now, because like look at how much info this ward is gonna get. And like look at where it's placed. Okay. But Kha'Zix has to go all the way around and check it, right? So like they're just wasting time. So what you should do is again, you should place the ward here, and then go this way, or go this way and place the ward here, so that you don't lose control of this bush. Because this means that Doe can just walk around like he does. And what are they going to do? They're just going to get free hits onto tower, probably try to proc demolish with Lucian. Doesn't look like they can because it's level 1. But now look at how much space they've now given up because Lloyd chose to go this direction instead of going this direction, right? And again, he's not going to get killed if he goes this way because Dipper is here. They can collapse and fight the 2v2, and Valdis is theirs as well. Or he can just walk this direction, flash over a wall. He's under turret. They can't chase. Like, because Lloyd gave up so much control, Doe is just free to wander this side of the jungle, right? So all of this is obviously very bad and just like a complete and utter misplay from EVOs. But it gets worse. Yeah, it's gonna get way worse. So yeah, Valdis doesn't stick this, and I have no idea why. Because again, Lloyd just walks away. This is one of those weird things about like, why are you walking that direction? What does that do for you? It gives you nothing. They don't have chase down abilities. They're all level 1. Doe doesn't have hook shot, so if he flashes on you, he's on you. You can just flash out. And if you're just sitting here, right? If Valdis is sitting here where my cursor is, or if Lloyd is sitting here where my cursor is, Valdis will hit level 2 off of these camps. Like, look at this. And then, Zero can't push in if Lloyd is here, because this means... What? I'm in full screen. What the fuck? Why am I scrolling down in full screen? I hate YouTube. But, look, if Lloyd is here, it protects this space as well, because he will be moving this direction, right? Instead of moving out this way like he is now, he'll be moving out this way. And so he'll have 2 paths. He can go this way to collapse on Zero if he goes for the light invade, or he can go out this way and still be safe under turret. Because again, they have no chase downs. This isn't like level 5 Camille. She's not gonna hook shot, flash, ult onto you. She can't do that. She can't get onto you. And even if she does get onto you, what is she going to do? You will simply hook her, root her, and walk away. Like, why are you playing scared? The other thing is, again, look at where they are in relation to where Lloyd is. He has 0 control. He can just hover here. If he hovers here, right? He can force Doe into a weird rotation, right? Because Doe knows that Nomo and Luna are backing off. So if Lloyd were to hover here, instead of hovering way back, like look at how much space he is ceding because he's hovering back so far. What the fuck? Okay, like this is just some awful early support play, and it makes me so mad. Other than that, the next question is, they don't show it to us, but how in the hell does a Lux get push on a Garen level 1? Like, that should never happen. You should match it, because Garen can just go, like, spinny and match Lux as the push. Like, there should never be any chance where Zero has a chance to walk into your jungle and just get down a ward for free. Again, Valdis is okay. So let's start here. Why is Lloyd bot lane? What what advantage are you gaining by being bot lane here? Like, you're getting nothing. You just he's doing nothing. He's literally doing nothing. I'm losing my mind. This is like, it's 1 minute in the game, and I've explained how Lloyd has thoroughly and utterly boggled like how he's just fucking his jungle so hard. Because look at this, Camille's just gonna walk back in here. She will hit level 2 first, so she can just keep like playing footsies with Valdis and being like, yeah, let's take this might fight. I'm not gonna hit level 2. I'm gonna hit level 2 anyways, right? Doe is going to hit level 2 anyways here. Like, there's no way that Doe does not hit level 2 because he is ahead on XP, because he got the easy early invade smite earlier. He's also, again, I think they're even on smites. I believe Valdis smited the chickens. Yes, well, they're even on smites, so it's literally just a smite fight. And Camille will probably win that, like, a good percent of the time because she can use like, her, like, her precision protocol, I believe the name of it is, the one where she, like, hits in a wide area, and then smite, and that will, like, be about the timer. So it's, like, literally that versus Cosmic's first ability. Like, this is giving you nothing, right? In the time that it has taken, okay, right? So ignoring the jungle matchup, right? Because it's basically a 50-50. Why are you bot lane? Because look at the time that it's taken him. So he's gonna hit base at about 50 seconds. We'll say 50 seconds. We'll be charitable and say 51. So in the time 51, 102. When does he hit lane? 108. So 52 to 108. So that's 8 seconds, 16 seconds. In this 16 seconds, look what RY are able to accomplish in top lane. They're able to A, shove in a wave, which lets them get prio into the red side, and then this lets them force the jungler off the red buff and just gain an even bigger advantage. Because then Doe can come in and take chickens. Since he's literally about to hit level 2, they can also sweep out a lot of this vision. Like, look at how much control. RY control this part of the map. They literally control everything from here to there. Like, the only part of the map that EVOs control is this little quadrant right here. Like, that is all they have control over, and nothing else, because Lloyd and Valdis and Thipper, specifically Lloyd, I'm, like, highlighting support play here, again, because I've watched a lot of it. Like, I watch a lot of the Yami Wake Up VODs. Those are, like, I enjoy watching support play and analyzing it, and this is just fundamental bad support play. This is never what you should do. I'm losing my fucking mind. Yeah, so Doe's gonna hit level 2 off that. In the meantime, Valdis is gonna go clear with blue, so he's not that far behind, but in XP, he's really far behind right now. Also, Thipper's gonna get royally fucking rolled in the 2v1. They're gonna get a plate bot lane, but I'm pretty sure. God damn it, I hate YouTube. What do they have top lane? Do they have a plate yet? Show me top lane. Baby Rage. They don't have a plate top lane. So they are up on gold in the bot lane. They do have a plate over them. So that is what they got. For losing control of their entire jungler and setting their jungler back at half level, they got a plate, which is not worth it. That is never worth it. XP is almost always worth more than gold in terms of stats that you get from leveling up. That is just the simple fact of the matter. I don't. I'm not even gonna ask why Lux has push on Garen, but it's an XP advantage thing. I don't know how she got it, but she does. And look at this. Again, because they lost control of their red side jungle, Camille's just gonna clear a blue buff, hit level 3, because she like has enough time to do that. She also has upgraded smite way before Valdis, right? She's just so far ahead. And they're just gonna rock up here and they're gonna proc demolish a few times. And that's a plate and a half. And that's it. 2 plates. And as you can just see, Thipper is getting rolled in the 2v1. Meanwhile, Rattel is going to have to back. He might get killed here, actually. But, like, it's 500 gold. Okay, like, that's the advantage you're looking at here. 500 gold. Actually, it's 700 gold. Well, no, that's just waves. That's waves thing. The gold updating in this game is fucking annoying to deal with, but this is awful. This stuff is so bad and should never be allowed. If Rattel can hit level 5, he's not going to die here, but he won't. Also, nice Lux ult. If you're Lux ulting, you should be Lux ulting to clear wave every single time here. It's way better, because look at what happens when you try to Lux ult for kills. Boom. He just walks out of it. Like, that's why you have to Lux ult, like, here, at this angle, to clear the wave so that they can't finish the dive. It's not worth, losing XP over. Like, or actually, it's worth giving XP to the mid laner over. You don't have to worry about, like, oh, my bot laner is losing XP in this scenario. Or my solo laner, I suppose, would be the more correct terminology here. And they all just... And so you can see up here, up top, right? They don't show it, but there's a 2v2 skirmish where a lot of summoners are blown. EVOs comes out ahead. You see it's 3 sums to 1, I think. Yeah, 3 sums to 1, which is really nice. That's a good summoner spell advantage, but again, you're down 500 gold, and unless you can directly convert a summoner spell advantage into a gold advantage, there's no point. Like, you're not getting anything out of that. And Lloyd proceeds to recall again for some reason, which again I could not tell you why he is in base right now. Like, even if you are in base, you should be immediately coming out to help Thipper, and not whatever this is. Okay, so a lot of this is more of the same, as I mentioned earlier, right? Like, Thipper is just, I don't know how he's so aggressive here. Like, you have no reason to believe that RY has switched up their strategy. You have no information, and you literally saw them both at half HP, so they have no reason to recall. So being aggressive here is not the move. So they just go into the bush, and then they're gonna gank him out of the bush, effectively. Like, this is just bad play. Like, this is just, you should not be here. You don't have honey fruit. You're less than a quarter HP. Why are you here? You know? This is, I don't know why you would ever think that is a reasonable play to make. That's something I would do in ranked. Like, wake up. They're gonna get that plate before the last one, and now they're probably gonna reset, and then determine what they're gonna do next. And what did EVOs get on the bot side while Lloyd was walking around for no reason, just meandering through the jungle? Nothing. So yeah, like there's nothing happening here. It's literally just they're wasting their time. And so you might be thinking, well, the game should be over. I regret to inform you, the game is not over, and I'm gonna explain why. We're gonna sort of skip through a lot of this. They're farming up. Dipper's getting his ass beat in a 2v1, like naturally a top laner should. They're stacking wave against him. Boom, stacking wave, and they're just gonna they get another kill onto him, and now they're gonna kill the top turret. Oh boy. Now you'll see they also catch out Lux walking through mid lane for some reason, but the kill goes on to Lloyd, I believe. What is he going to? Yeah, it goes on to Lloyd, so it's like, it doesn't matter. Kills on your support don't matter, unless your support gets like 30 kills and becomes unkillable. Now here's the issue. RY, and this is gonna sound bad, but it's the truth, they shouldn't kill this turret. They need to recall and get their timers. Because what's going to happen, and it is what happens, actually, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to say that they need to recall here because their timers are really bad if they don't recall. Because then they're going to be late for objectives. And I've sort of talked about this in a previous video, why these two roles can't get along, I believe is the name of it. It's the mid-jungle fighting thumbnail, if that's what you're wondering. But here's what happens if you don't have good timers. EVOs gets to the objective first. Kha'Zix starts up. Kha'Zix's objective clear time is really, really, really fast. RY, because they are blue side and should have a better access point to Herald via their blue, right? Generally, you expect red side to get Dragon and blue side to get Herald on first, especially for first objective, right? Because it's a lot harder for red side to contest given the pit, and it's a lot harder for blue side to contest given the pit as well for Dragon. But because there's only one person here, because Zero was caught out, and Luna and Nomel had to recall, and Rotel is still bot lane. Also, we're gonna talk about builds later, because by God, builds. They get the Rift Herald for free. Zero contest. I have no fucking clue why Lloyd decides to even try to recall here. It makes zero sense. Because when you get Rift Herald, you get an extra play, right? Like, you basically have the opportunity to make a second play. Because Rift Herald, you can then go clear top wave, clear mid wave, and then push turret. Or you can go do what EVOs are going to do and contest Dragon if the enemy didn't get Dragon already. But, so yeah. Now they're letting EVOs get recalls off. So, why does this matter? Well, it's because of item completion, right? Let's look at the item power spikes for Kha'Zix versus Camille. Kha'Zix has a completed item, Camille does not. Right? You look at Garen and Lux, it's even, and then Nautilus gets to complete his stasis. Even though it's an awful fucking recall timer and he should never recall there, this completed stasis is really important because it changes the timers in a fight, right? Because a lot of the times stasis is just like a better gargoyles in a fight because you can't be killed. It's effectively 3 seconds of, well, we can't do anything about this, and we can't walk past the Nautilus because he'll just hook, auto, ult us, and we're dead. So like we have no choice but to maintain a battle line. So, but now they're gonna start up on the dragon, and this is a fucking awful fight. So first of all, right, this goes back to my points earlier about having a secondary tank, or like why 3 squishies is really bad and having no bruiser to cover your backline is really bad. Because look what Garen's just gonna do here. He's just gonna kind of walk up, and look at how much free damage he's able to get onto the backline. Because he can just sit there and spin in him, which lets Kha'Zix get that assassination in the front. Meanwhile, because Ratel goes Fimbulwinter, the worst tank item in all of existence, it's because it's literally not upgraded, and it's just Winter's Approach right now. Like, it's doing nothing. He's not getting any shield. He's just getting 500 health. That's it, right? If he went Warmogs, he'd be getting more value here. And Warmog's first item is really, really bad. It's an awful first item to rush. Like, it's just so bad. So he's gonna get the stasis, right? So Lloyd gets the stasis, which helps with the battle lines. And so they're trying to chunk him down. But Ziggs is just running free. Like, they commit onto the front line, but because of the stasis, they can't actually kill Nautilus, which means that Ziggs, Kha'Zix, and Garen get to run free in the back line. Like, look at how bad this team fight is for RY. They just have zero clue what they're doing because they don't have a secondary tank or engage mechanism to soak some of the damage and get onto their backline, right? Because Camille can't dive by herself. And if Gragas goes in, you open up the backline to what is the Garen flank of just walking in. And so EVOs are just going to get the second neutral objective for free, plus mid turret. And now the game is even. In fact, it's ahead for EVOs. I just wanted to, I've talked for 30 minutes about how bad these first 5 minutes of the game were. I just wanted to explain to people that, people that think the SEA regions will be competitive at AWL are off the goop. This is, if they keep playing like this, it will never happen. They're going to get shit stomped. Bye.